Hello and welcome to Double Trouble, a translation with a twist. And what is that twist? You have to use the same word twice. Yeah, the English language is full of words with double, triple, even quadruple meanings, like make up, for example. I can't even make up, inventarme, all the different uses of make up. But again, remember, context is everything. So here's today's double trouble. Let's see if you guys can figure it out. Vamos a ver si lo podéis averiguar. So, ¿tienes 10 céntimos de sobra? ¿No? ¿Que te sobran? ¿Tienes 10 céntimos que me puedes prestar? No tengo calderilla. Remember, you have to use the same word twice. So, ¿tienes 10 céntimos de sobra? ¿No? ¿Que me puedes prestar? No tengo calderilla. All right, as always, let's break it down in parts. Let's begin looking at the first part. Could you spare? Now, you could say, could I borrow a dime? Could you lend me a dime? And what is a dime? A dime is 10 cents in the United States. We have pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and dollars. Then we have bills, $1, $5. Those are bills or notes are what those are called. And coins es el dinero. So you could ask someone, could I borrow some coins? Could you lend me some coins? Uno es tomar prestado, otro es prestar. But you can also say, could you spare a dime? ¿Te sobra uno? ¿Tienes uno que me puedes prestar? Could you spare a dime? And then the answer, sorry, I don't have any spare change. And spare change is calderilla. It's like when my father used to come home from work, he would always have spare change. And the word spare is a good word to know. Why? Well, if you get a flat tire when you're driving down the road, you're going to hope that you have a spare tire in the trunk. Uno extra. Some people have a spare room in their house where if guests come to visit, they can stay in the spare room. So spare is a synonym for the word extra as well. But we say that often. Excuse me, could you spare a second? Could you spare a dime? Could you spare? You fill in the blank. Remember, personalize the language. How would you use that expression? And remember, spare change, calderilla, dinero extra. And I remember my dad's answer when I said, Dad, do you have any spare change? And he says, there's no such thing as spare money. No existe dinero extra. And I always remembered that expression when I asked my father for spare change. But he could always spare me a dime or two. See how we practice the words in context?